Nashville Superspeedway, and we are here back in the 87s. Unfortunately, only a 14-car field. I cannot believe this race even split. We only had 28 people registered. I thought that would just be one full race of 28, but apparently it splits before it gets that high for some reason. I don't know why. 28 is not even close to what a full field should be, but oh well, we'll just have a 14-car race for 90 laps here at Nashville Superspeedway. It's going to be a long one, but no reason for us to be having cautions with this small of a field. That was a terrible run to the line, and we hit the wall.
Here comes your first time left.
Might as well start in the back of our little 14-car race. Definitely want to try and do a green flag pit stop here. We'll try and practice one before we get off or get out of the qualifying here. We are the number 4. This is a very high strength of field, considering how small of a field it is. Like 4,600, I think. So it'll probably be tough.
One more lap to go.
But that's alright. Hopefully we can just have a fun race and stay green. We're P2 at the moment, 33.3. I have no idea if that's good or not because I only did a couple laps. Really busy trying to get stuff situated before I got on the computer here. Colton up front right now with a 33.1. That's pretty good. This lap's not going to be any better than this first one, so we might as well try and pit here. I usually brake at the ally sign. That's pretty slow, but it'll be safe.
The officials don't like the way you're driving.
So I imagine we will be pitting as soon as the fuel tank runs out. And then, well, a lap before the fuel tank runs out, and then just taking 2 tires. That will be the way to do it, I'm sure. 90 laps here, though, is a long time. We did this race last year, which was also 90 laps, but we had like 5 cautions, which I guess is a lot for only a 90 lap race, but still it took an hour and a half with those 5 cautions. And I don't think they were particularly long cautions in terms of number of pace laps, but this could be a real long one if we get a bunch of cautions. But with the strength of field this high and a car count this low, there's no reason at all we should be getting yellows. Good luck to Dennis and Colton and Kale up top. Kale just beats Colton by 100th for the pole there. We're starting 5th at the moment. We'll see if we can hang on to that spot. Though it doesn't really matter, we're not going to be falling too far, even if everybody else beats us. But I am fully expecting this to be a full green 90 laps, honestly. Everybody in here, from what I can tell, are names that race this car a lot and know how to handle it. So I wouldn't imagine we'd see any yellows unless, you know, mistakes happen, so you never know, but we will see. Alright, we're starting 5th, I believe. Nope, 6th. Somebody just beat us there at the end. That's fine. Not worried. Here at the blinding concrete surface, I do not have the brightness turned up from those night races, but it is extremely bright, reflecting that sun with whatever they've done. So we'll try and
You'll have to stop for more fuel
keep our eyes shielded the whole time.
The estimated SOF is 4,560.
Nearly 4,600 strength of field.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
And we expect to be fighting for the podium, but we'll see. Last time we raced here, we were battling Kale for the lead right at the end, and he just passed us on the white flag out of turn 4, I think, to beat us. And it turned out to be a very good race. This is one of my all-time favorite combos. We've had nothing but fantastic races here every time we've run it. In fact, the best race of all time took place with this combo at night. Racing Nick
Waiting on the final car to grid.
for the win in a really, really good battle.
Everyone's gridded. You have
That was several years ago now, hard to believe.
Smooth and have a good run.
We will try our best here, just take care of it for the first 80 laps. Really just take care of it until we get to the pit stop and then figure out where we're going from there.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the outside road now. Pit road is closed.
No reason to go too crazy. A lot of time. Like I said, this is a pretty long race. I guess we'll save some fuel now. Maybe we can go an extra lap before we have to pit. Probably not. Probably won't make a difference. I'm going to go ahead and turn off left side tires. We're definitely just going to be taking rights only. First time slot of the week, I think, and we only get 28 people signed up, which is a shame because of how awesome this combo is. But getting late in the season.
Get ready.
And with those every hour time slots, the second time slot of the week might even go official.
Alright, man. The
But
pace car
probably
is in.
won't.
Alright, man. The pace car is in.
Here we go, coming to the green. We're going.
Green, green, green.
Eight car backing it up.
Clear low.
We're just going to
clear
take it
low.
nice and easy down into here.
You got one inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Man, it's not turning at all up
Stay
here.
high.
Don't want to be up top too long, but
Still there.
don't have anywhere to really go at the moment.
Still there.
Here comes the 6.
Still there. Hold your line.
Blinking a little bit. Looks like we can get in line behind him. That's fine.
All clear, all clear.
Start logging some laps and maybe move our way forward. Just get in line behind or in front of Dennis. The bottom line gets congested immediately. And I don't, some major blocking going on or something. Maybe we will get a bunch of yellows. Lap 2, lap 1.5 really, and we're blocking to the apron. Assuming that's what that was. I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but that's what it looked like. We're going to be in for a long one if that's going to be what's happening. I cannot believe how bright the track surface is. It's hurting my eyes. They updated the lighting to make the darker, which I guess made the brighter. Now we're here at noon, concrete surface, and it is just blinding. Yeah, I guess the 8 car up there is just going to be blocking the whole time. But I'm not concerned with that. I'm just trying to log laps and save tires. Take them past the, or make sure they get to the end of the fuel window. Top 3 are checking out though, since the 8 car's got to make sure no one can pass him. Missed the bottom that time. That wasn't a good corner, but don't lose much time. Watch out for that wall. Looks like the 7 managed to get around the 8 on the outside. Now the 2's working on the 6 car here. Might be able to follow him. But I'm not going to be pushing too hard to make the pass. More damage we do to our tires now, the worse it'll be later. And the quicker they will deteriorate, and if they get worse quicker, then you're just going to be adding more and more and more wear to them, and you'll get slower and slower. And the car will start feeling worse and worse. Whereas if you just keep it stable for as long as you can, don't push, you'll have a lot longer before it starts feeling really bad.
Hi, bad Dave. I didn't mean to pinch you there.
All clear, all clear.
6 car might have tapped the wall. It's 2 car. Apologize there. Make sure you knew he didn't mean to pinch him hard up into the outside wall. I don't think he did. He didn't really come that close to him. He makes the pass. We get to the inside. Should be nice and easy with it. Colton up there looking to challenge Cale for the lead, it looks like.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear.
We clear the 6. Oh, Nelly, we nearly get into the back of the 2. I did not want to do that. That would have wrecked him. Alright, settle back in here. Try not to overdrive it with the line of cars in front of me. Everyone's still packed up here. Not able to get separated as much as you would think. At least for right now. Puts us P7 though. And we started 6th, I think, right? We gave up a couple spots early. Just not forcing the issue on the outside. Didn't want to do anything too crazy. I feel it stepping out on me if I get on the throttle a little bit too hard. Middle of the corner, so I need to be careful about that. Probably a good thing we've got people in front of us, or I'd be really abusing that right rear. And wind up going backwards later. We still might wind up going backwards later, but could be a lot worse if we didn't have these guides in front of us into the corners. Colton and Cale way up there, pulling away from the rest of the field now. Oh, there was some contact there with the 2 and the 8.
Not bad, Brandon.
Had to jump out of the throttle. Make sure we didn't get into any of them when they were checking up. They save it and we keep it going straight and green. We're really not pushing very hard right now, so we could be saving quite a bit of fuel as well. I don't think it's going to be possible for people to save it and make it to the end. Too many laps short, about 30 laps short. It's not going to be attainable. Unless you want to go about 5 seconds off the pace, probably. Could almost try and make a move on the 2, but don't quite have the run yet. Might try and look here.
Got one outside. Stay low.
We got a little bit of a run out of 2.
Still there.
See if we can make the pass. Not quite.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
But maybe out of 2 this
Stay low.
time.
There's a car on the high side. You're clear high. Clear high.
Also open the door up for Dennis, so that gets him side by side and should allow us to really pull away for a second. But I think the 2 cars backed out of that so he wouldn't get stuck too wide for too long. And we're back up to where we qualified. Top 2 haven't gotten too far away from us. I thought they had a little gap built up, and I thought they'd just continue to pull away, but they really haven't. We're all just kind of running the exact same speed. But we're still green, which is great. Dennis is looking pretty quick behind us here. If he winds up making a move on us, we may get stuck on the outside like the 2 did. We'll just have to see. We got a good run out of 2 then again there though. That seems to be our best portion of the track so far. Kind of struggling in 3 and 4 it feels like. Yeah, get on that throttle a little bit too early. It'll rotate on you. We got somebody up ahead of the leader going a lap down soon. May have gotten loose or
The leader just did a
had some sort of issue at the beginning.
9-2. Slow car ahead.
Slow car ahead call. We got some smoke out of 2. Somebody has spun. That's Mark. Spun down to the grass. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm struggling in 3 and 4. I'm either overdriving it or I'm getting loose out, which is not helping me. 1 and 2 I feel pretty good. Side by side up in front of us here. Just gonna wait for a second. Tons of traffic built up behind us. I gotta get 3 and 4 figured out. I'm losing time every time there. Ten car up on the outside. We'll see if we can get around him. No grip on the outside with these cars right now. Maybe that'll change later, but I don't think so. This is mostly a bottom line track, which I much prefer to a top line track because you can actually pass on a bottom line track. People will look at the top line tracks and the progressive braking tracks and be like, oh, well, there's so much more side-by-side racing. Well, yeah, it's because nobody can pass anybody. You just get stuck. you get to someone's inside because you'll never be able to get to their outside if they just stay on the outside the whole time,
Still there.
up by the wall. And then you get to their inside and can't do anything. Ooh, we got loose that time trying to keep it lower.
Stay low. Good job, man. You're in fifth.
Puts us up to the top 5 for now as we overdrive 1. Entering the corner lower than when we're single file. And now we're in 5th, strung out a little bit, but still a lot of pressure behind us. Can't back off too much. Starting to get some rubber built in to the corners, which is helping with the sun glare. And I just keep overdriving 3. KL has pulled away from Colton a little bit now. But he maintains second place pretty well.
Did a 34.96.
We're all doing the same lap times. We just did the same 39 or 34.9 that the leader did. I can't get a good exit out of 4. I just get tight middle of the corner. Can't get it to rotate and can't get back on throttle. Totally different 1 and 2 for me. Definitely get it to rotate 1 and 2. You might end up burning up that right rear anyway. Fuel-wise, 46 more laps. I don't think it's going to be like Talladega where we're going to want, or where we're going to be punished for taking 2. I think it's going to be pretty much definite 2 tire call. Need to make sure we get enough fuel in the car though. It's wanting us to take 6 gallons. It's probably close to right. I think I might put it on 7 or 8 just to be safe. 6 is probably enough, but we'll just put it on 7 for now, and we'll double check it later. Make sure we're good with that. I'd let Dennis go. He's looking pretty quick behind us, but he's got a big long line of cars right behind him. I don't want to get stuck on the outside for a long time. There's the wall. Now we'll let him by.
Inside.
The car looks fine. No damage to report.
Still there. Stay high.
Okay, it looks like we can get in line behind the 6.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Alright, got that out of the way. We don't need to do that again. Apparently there was a little bit of a gap here, so that's fine. Maybe they can open the door up on the 8. I wasn't really getting a good enough run to do anything anyway, but gotta get 3 and 4 figured out. Colton low and off pace a little bit. He's getting past on the outside. Did he have a loose moment or something that I didn't see? Or maybe he was just letting him go. Oh my gosh, we are all over the place. We got to calm down that right rear. We are going to be really bad later.
The leader's
did a 35.118.
Really bad later. Don't remember it being loose last time we raced here, but it's been quite a while. So I may just not remember. Back to 7th for us, though. Got a nice little gap on the people behind us. They're still battling quite a bit. I don't feel like I've been pushing at all, but we've also had a couple loose moments and pushed up into the wall, so probably are pushing harder than it feels like. So that probably means our tires aren't going to be great later. We will have to see. Colton's fallen off though a little bit. Oh my goodness. Right rear is going to end up cooking me. As I cook it by all these sideways moments I'm having. Kale just driving away from the field now, as we expected. Barring a caution and some weird restart stuff, I don't think he's going to be able to be challenged unless he pits and then we immediately get a caution or something like that and no one else pitted, or a couple other people didn't or something. But he will probably stay out as long as possible because I think that's just the best strategy, and that way a caution can't hang him out to dry.
Got one inside.
Colton falling back here.
Inside.
See if we can get around him on the outside. Follow the rest of the field here, or this little group.
Stay high. All clear, all clear.
Gotta be real careful in 3 and 4 though,
All clear.
because
all
of that looseness middle of the corner. Colton could try and pit halfway in this one and see how that works. He'd gain a lot on us for the first 10-15 laps, which may be enough to make up some before the pit stops. He'll probably, doing green flag pit stops, he'll probably be able to come out in front of us no matter what, because I'm going to be a lot slower getting onto pit road than probably the majority of the field, honestly. I think Spotter just said he's the leader's doing 34.9s still, and I'm 35.1s now. We got a piece of a car sitting on the apron down there, so something must have happened. Let's see if we see anybody on pit road when we go by. Didn't see anyone. So I'm not sure. Maybe they all teft forward. Well, we didn't see anybody disconnect either, so I don't know what that could have been from. I guess they're still going. That was a weird place to see a piece of a car, though, right on corner entry. And there not to be a car in the pits or slow in front of us. And no yellow. Wonder how many people are going to pit at halfway, though. Nothing wrong with that strategy. I just think it's probably faster just to go as long as you can on low fuel. That typically is what the deal is with this car, as we just scratch the wall. And then get real tight, middle of the corner there. Six car nearly got into the back of Dennis, it looked like. KL is about a straightaway ahead of the whole field here. Apart from, who's that up there? The 7, I think. See, I can feel it getting loose as I'm trying to put the power down, so I'm just trying to chase it up to the wall. And we eventually run out of room. Stupid dark colored walls. Wish they were painted white so you could actually see them. Six car checked up way early there, just to try and not dive bomb Dennis, I guess. Looked like he had the run though.
The leader just did a 35.166.
We got people coming up behind us now, catching up that we're saving. That fell back a little earlier. So we're going to end up getting past here before too long, I imagine. Unless we can move forward. Six car gets to the inside on Dennis. We'll see if we can follow him.
Outside.
That's a tricky corner exit there.
Hello. You're clear
He
high.
just backs
Clear
out of
high.
it.
Yeah, man, you're back.
Don't want to sit too wide there for very long with those couple cars catching us that really catch us in a hurry, and looks like they already did anyway. And we weren't too wide, but half a corner. Back to 5th. Where are we going to shake out once we start doing pit stops? Hopefully close to the top 5. So 8.5 gallons is 28.5 laps. Say 8 gallons is 28 laps. So, I think 7 gallons should be plenty. Right? We'll have about
All right, man. Halfway this time by.
20 to go. Yeah, 7 will be plenty. 6 is probably plenty. We'll double check again, but I'm sure 7's going to be more than enough. But it'll probably take us longer to take 2 tires there anyway, so might as well put a little bit extra in just to be safe. No green, white checkers in this series, I don't think, so no need to be too safe, but I don't want to make a really foolish mistake running out of fuel. That would be pretty bad. Oh, come on, I did not touch the wall there. You can't see the side of the wall. Dark blue there. You get no depth perception. It's just solid color. You can't tell where the shadows are or anything. Being that dark of a blue. And I just keep doing the same freaking thing over and over again. Keep doing it, keep doing it. I don't want to put more wheel into it than I have to because that just gets it loose, and I'm already struggling on the right rear. So I'm trying to...
13, just hit the fastest lap.
Well, he must have taken tires. Must have pitted already. I haven't seen anybody on pit road yet. But I'm trying to open up the wheel as quickly as possible because that's fastest and that saves the tires the best.
102.
Good lord. I just can't see it. That's my problem. I cannot see it on my peripherals. This bright of a track, and looking out of my peripheral vision, the wall is just solid black, so I just have no idea where it is. I don't know. Excuses, excuses. No one else is having that problem, but... from what I can tell, anyway. Looks like we're solidly 5th place at the moment. I'm not really able to keep up with these two. We keep overdriving entry and exit. We were doing good in 1 and 2 earlier, now we're not doing so good. And we're going to be doing a pit stop soon, which hopefully we can execute reasonably well. Still got another 20 laps before we do that, though. We got a couple people on pit road there, or one person at least. We'll have plenty of warning when Cale pits, though, being how far ahead he is of us. We're just losing a little bit of time every corner on the 6 and the 8. Dennis and the 2 car are just behind us, and the 9 car. See, get loose, chase it up to the track, can't see the wall, end up hitting it. Can't see the wall there, end up hitting it. Don't think any of the front runners have pit yet, which is what I expected. Be interesting to see when they make that pit stop. My right rear is definitely not happy. These two in front of me have kind of migrated up the track on entry, but it's not hurting their speed at all.
The leader just did a 35.251.
Hey, we just did a 35.2. We're still doing the same lap times, we're just 10 seconds behind him. Because he's not doing stuff like that every 5 laps. Got Mark. He's gone a lap down after his spin into the grass. Not going to get a chance to get that back, unfortunately. He should be, I think he's 2 laps down now, and I don't think we're going to get 2 yellows for him to get 2 lucky dogs with the amount of time we have left now. Got 35 to go. And 16 laps left on fuel, which will put us right about 20 laps to the end once we pit. Dennis is just hanging with me right back there. He pulled away a little bit from the other guys again, but Dennis is staying behind us. We're still losing time every lap to these two in front of us. So it looks like we're going to have to work to get the top 5 as we expected, but all that might change after the pit stops. We'll just have to see. When are people gonna pit? Probably not for another 10 laps, I would say. And we overdrive 1. Get some pressure off the right rear by putting it all on the right front. And again. Make sure we got 2 tires selected. We do. Can't imagine anybody's going to take 4. You're just going to lose way too much time. Big loose there out of the 6 car. Trying to get or turn left underneath the 8. Didn't quite get it to stick though.
The leader just did a 35.159.
I am really overdriving turn 1 now. I would like to quit doing that, if possible. They're going too wide behind us now. 2 car has caught Dennis and has gotten around him. I think Dennis just let him go. Makes that pass quickly. It doesn't slow him up too much. Probably going to be up here passing us soon. We'll have to see. Somebody behind us is... Well, never mind. Somebody was really low behind us. I thought they were pitting, but they were just low. Somebody's pitting there. 7. Second place.
Good job, man. You're up to 4.
Kale has not pit yet. He's going to try and go for the undercut, see if he can get that to work. It might work, since there's only a handful of laps advantage that they're going to gain on you.
That car is a lap down.
That might bring the rest of the leaders in. Or it might not, as we stay out, and everyone else does as well. This is going to get interesting. This is going to get very interesting. He's going to come out in front of us. He should be much quicker than us center of the corner, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. It's going to slow up this group in front of us a little bit, maybe, as he works his way around. Mark doesn't have a deck lid. Maybe that's what we saw sitting down there on the apron. He's staying high for us. Much appreciated.
Got one outside. Stay low.
Doesn't hurt us much that we can't go to the wall there.
You're clear high.
We were going to be that slow center of the corner anyway. Hurts our corner entry a little bit, though. And our exit. That wasn't very good. That wasn't his fault, though. That was just me being terrible middle of the corner. Kale still has not pit. So is the 7 strategy going to end up working? It certainly might. It certainly might. Do we try and go for the undercut? Would that work? We're so spread out right now. It's not going to be much of an undercut anymore, though. We'll pit, shoot, let's just try and pit now. Let's try it. Undercut by like 2 laps, maybe. Don't get a speeding penalty, though. 4 tires. Not 4 tires, right side tires.
Hitting in.
Pit box in.
Yeah, Kale's pitting in right behind us, so.
5, 3.
7 gallons of fuel. Let's make sure we get stopped in the box.
Right here.
Try and get a good exit. Tires. 72-72 on the rights. 70-55 on the 72 on the left. 70-55 on the rights.
Alright, that's it. Go.
So yeah, that right rear, not feeling great. Don't speed.
Just a heads up, you know that you only have 1 set of right side tires remaining.
Dennis has gotten around us. He's already pit.
Got one outside.
Unfortunately, we are going to come out in traffic. 14 passes us. He's on our lap. We got to wait there. That slows us up just a touch.
Stay low. There's a
Not
car
too
on the
much.
side. Still there? Hold the line. All clear, all clear.
Get around Colton.
Just flat.
Where are we going to shake out? Dennis really jumped in front of us. Good move by him. Didn't even see him pit. There goes the 9. And the 2. They were both behind us.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Fastest lap of the race with 72-72 left side tires. Normal tracks, you just do not need right or need left side tires. Amazingly. $54.46 for the 9 car.
0.7 seconds.
We had a better right front than he did, but our right rear wasn't that far off of him.
The leader just did a
35.461. You're clear high, clear high. Car 6
has taken the lead.
We need to try and get up here and get around Dennis again. We got a little bit newer tires than he does.
Got one outside.
newer tires than the 10 car as well. John's on pit road.
Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
Let's just don't let it get loose. 8 car coming out. He's going to be able to get back in front of us.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Most likely. Only takes 1 lap to make the tires slower.
Got one
We'll just
inside.
let him by, and maybe he can open the door up for us on Dennis.
You're back in fifth. Good job, man.
Already
Stay
back up
high.
to 5th.
Next car is the leader. Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
We did come out ahead of the 6 car, though, because he stayed out the longest. He was battling with the 8, wasn't he? Pretty sure. Looks like our undercut's going to work on him. We might be able to get back around Dennis here. He gets stuck on the outside.
Hold your line.
Really hurts his momentum. Just no grip
Clear
up there.
high, clear high. Car 1
Has taken the lead.
You're back in
Kale back to the lead. 7 car tried to undercut that, but it did not
P12.
gain him enough.
33 points.
P12 just set the fastest lap. And we're up to our car number, P4. Pretty good on and off pit road for us, honestly. Wasn't that slow. Didn't make any big mistakes, at least. And I need to get this race over with, so I'm glad it's staying all green. We got storms coming into the area pretty soon. Within the next 20-30 minutes. Now we just need to be stable. Don't slam the wall anymore. Don't get it too loose. And we can take our 4th place as number 4 here at Nashville Superspeedway. One of my all-time favorite tracks. Favorite ovals, anyway. I don't know how many of you were around for around this channel 3 or 4 years ago. I did a ranking of all my favorite tracks, just as a little one-off video for fun. And I cannot remember if this track was on it. I don't know if it had come out yet. I think it had. It's an S-tier track for sure.
The leader just did a 34.695.
Not only is it one of my favorites, and I love racing here, I think overall it is just a fantastic track. Like a design of a track. It'd be interesting to see what this particular configuration would be like asphalt. I don't know if it would race any different or not. It would be different probably, but I don't know if it would be better. Probably would be kind of like Kentucky. Kentucky's a little bit bigger though. I think Kentucky's an actual 1.5 miles, and this is a 1.33, which is what gives it its unique character and its raceability, because the corners are a lot sharper than you expect. Oh, here comes the 6 car. We may not stick with our 4th, or may not stick with our 4th after all. His tires are coming through. I was hoping they would be kind of worn down by the time he got to us and be kind of the same speed, but it looks like he's a lot quicker.
We have 10 to go this time.
Only 10 laps to go, but he is catching us in a hurry, especially if we continue to overdrive.
Go under me.
All the ovals several years ago were probably 2014, 2015. A lot of the ovals were criticized for being, you know, cookie cutters and whatever, because they were kind of all the same shape, or at least a few of them.
Say hi.
And like, oh, there's nothing different about them, but they all raced unique. So that's why you get all the tracks trying to reconfigure the corners, changing it up, being like, well, they're the same corners, we might as well try and change one, but they weren't really the same corners. Because of the way you entered the corners, they raced completely different. With the double dog leg, like at Texas, for example, the double dog leg adds so much extra length to the front straightaway that you're carrying more speed into the corner, into turn one, and your angle into the corner is a lot different. It raced completely different than turn 3 and 4 because you're entering turn 3 at a much sharper angle and at not as much speed because the backstretch isn't as long as the front stretch. But that was all when it didn't matter, because the cup cars, you didn't have to lift off the gas at all, and it was just pack racing. So I guess at that point they did race the same because you weren't slowing down for the corners. But if you get a high-powered car that actually is designed to race at a track like that, the corners raced completely differently. And Texas was always, I mean, it was modeled off of Charlotte and it looked, you know, the same, but it always raced differently and wasn't exactly the same. Charlotte was always a lot narrower, and the exit of turn 2 is not nearly as treacherous as it is at Old Texas. I think Old Texas was quite a bit bumpier as well, but
It's going well. Keep at it.
I don't know what Charlotte was like before the repave. I think the old version of Charlotte on iRacing is still the freshly repaved version. I think they repaved it right before they scanned it. I think. I could be wrong about that. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. We're just trying to get to the end of this race here, but not much going on. Single file, all green, 6 car past us. We just need to not make mistakes. I don't think the 9 car is going to have time to get to us. We are within 5 to go, right? Yeah. Just about to be within 3 to go. Or 2 to go, I mean. It will be 3 to go. So, our undercut of the 6 doesn't work. But him staying out later is not going to get him enough to get past the 8 car, which is who he was battling with anyway. Come on now. Let's not throw it away.
Two laps to go.
2 to go. Let's just bring it home a couple more times. No more loose moments. Caution free at Nashville. This track's only been on the service for less than 5 years, and it's probably got some of the most caution-free races on the service for series that have cautions. It is always so clean here. I remember racing a C-fixed race here that went all green. I couldn't believe it when the track first came out. Like C-fixed.
All right, man. White flag. One more left to go.
Never goes all green, but this track is a special one, and it promotes some of the most clean racing you'll see. It is a rarity to get a caution fest here. But as long as we can get out of turn 4 here without spinning out or slamming the wall, we should be able to take home a top 5, 0x, and have a clean race. Plenty of opportunity for us to throw that away with the pit stop and how loose we were getting and the
Good race, good win.
wall hits we were having.
There's the checkered flag.
But
There you go, man.
that was fun.
Good job, driver.
We had a pretty good battle going on pretty much the whole time, but until we got to the pit stop, we got pretty strung out a couple laps after the pit stop. But we did have to pass Dennis again.
Just curious, did anyone take 4 at that stop?
I don't think so. Good race.
I did. I put it halfway and took 4.
Oh,
After I got hung on the outside and went from 3rd to 10th, I just figured I'd try something different. It wasn't really a good call. I didn't net gain anything.
that was the 10 car. We passed him early on in the race, so he was just trying some different strategy, but didn't work out too well for him.
I'd have been better off just riding it out and hoping that I got a few guys back in the last 35 and pitted when everyone else did.
58, 59 on the left, so they were taking a beating, but I mean, we were still doing same exact lap times, pretty sure. I mean, yeah, pretty much lap times that we'd be doing with brand new tires in that amount of time. Plus, we set our fastest lap on lap 70, so left sides being 58s, literally meaningless. Literally meaningless. Oh, what track did he win at? What track did we race that he won at? Let me check the schedule. I cannot even remember. We did Talladega, we did Richmond, Pocono. What did he do? Auto Club? I think it was Auto Club. Pretty sure he dominated at Auto Club or was fighting for the win for the whole time and ended up winning. But struggles this time and comes away with a 9th. But it was fun racing. Fun racing him there at the beginning for a little bit. He was up in front of us the whole time, and then we went past him, and then he was behind us. So not a whole lot of racing between us. He's too quick. We need to get him right at our speed. I need to be quicker, but I'm just not quick enough. Never able to get short run speed, maximum short run speed out of any car, really. Dennis was struggling on the right sides. He said he took him too soon. I was getting really loose out of the corner. We need to turn the freaking exposure down, I guess. I don't know why it's so dang bright. And I can't hear. Alright, let's see all the wall hits that we did. Oh, 5 card. I think that's Mark. Yeah, he downshifts. That's why he was sideways. Or downshifts or dumped the clutch. Oh, I think he mentioned something in the clutch. Yeah, don't play with the clutch. He was looking to save fuel and let off the clutch a little bit too hard, and that just jumps it sideways. And now I think he's going to be popping up because his deck lid's flapping around. And that, I imagine that's what we saw sitting down there. Is it going to fly off yet? Oh, yep, there it goes. Kind of, maybe. It popped back on. Still there. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it was sitting down there. Colton shows up here on the incidents. Does he tap the wall? No. Maybe tire readings. People are getting tire calls I don't know if we're going to see anything. I don't think there was any car contact. Well, there was a little tap at the beginning right in front of us, but barely. I mean, it was obviously a 0x, so it probably didn't even register. New deck lid for Mark. We're just seeing a whole lot of nothing. And that is... I think that's after the race, because he was 2 laps down. That's lap 88. And Cale burns out down the length of pit road. I would go to my wall hits, but I don't even know where they would be. Maybe right here. Oh, that's Cale. Yeah, I have no idea where they would be. The lap times are going to be pretty much the same. We didn't lose anything. Maybe here. Show me doing something dumb. Oh yeah, there's a wall hit. We can look at one wall hit. Yeah, there we go. There's a good one. Not much else going on. But yeah, Dennis saying that this may be the only race that goes official all week, which is really sad. Really, really sad. Officials are just not doing well right now, and the every hour change has done nothing but make them even harder to find a race with people in it, because they're competing. The time slots are competing with themselves to get people in them, which is... it makes no sense. Makes no sense why they made the change. There was not enough demand. For the series that they added it to, there was not even close to enough demand for that to be justified. And all it's done is made the races much smaller car counts, and I have no idea why they made this like double split, 14 car field. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do 28 cars on this track of these cars, 28 of these cars. Like, you do the cup races with 40 cars here, so I don't know. A lot of weird decisions and just stuff that doesn't seem like they're even really thinking when they make them. But we still have fun racing. Still get some good clean racing. All green here at Nashville. And come away with the top 5, so nothing wrong with that. Thanks for watching.